So in this little video, I'm going to be talking about blinds and shades. And what I've got here in the van, what I've used is a combination of those van shades pods, which you can see on the side windows and the back tailgate. And they basically are just like a louvered blind that comes up, well, louvered's the right word, but you know, like a sort of a concertina type blind that goes up and down. And then at the front, I've used a more sort of traditional kind of thermal stick-on blinds with the suctions on, because that then gives me this area at the front here where these seats are. If they're swiveled round, I can use that area to live in. And those thermal blinds do tend to keep both a fair bit of heat in and also a fair bit of heat out in the hot sun, if you're in the hot sun. So they do make a difference. Having just a curtain sort of here is sometimes useful if you're stealth camping and you don't want anybody to kind of assume that you're in the back of the van. But you know, these, I've tried to come up with a bit of a compromise, and that compromise is using the thermal blinds, but I actually ended up buying off an online eBay, I can't now remember the name of the place I got it from, but if you search online you'll see that there is like a van screen cover that you can get for these. It's only about 30 quid and it goes on the outside. It's very well made. It comes in a nice little wrapper and stuff, and that I ended up cutting down into covers that I then glued on to the sort of silver side of those three screens. And I'll just show you outside what I mean by that. So from outside you can see that yes, there is a blind in there, but because I made it with all of this blacked out material, and it's like a kind of a waterproof material, it does kind of make those windows look black rather than silver as they would be if they were just the normal standard silver blinds. So that's the stick-on thermal blinds there from outside. The kind of tinted, you can see more of me than the tinted-y kind of windows prevents you from seeing much beyond those, but you can maybe just make out the little louvers there of the blinds behind those. So inside we'd just sort of test out then. I mean, it's daylight outside. At the minute I've got all the lights on in here in the van, and I'm going to go around and start switching those off. So there's a little sink light there. There are these cabinet strip lights that can go off there, and then there's the ceiling lamp lights that go off there, and then one final lamp is this little reading light there, and this is what you're kind of left with in the van. So there is a bit of light bleed coming out through the top in the middle there of where the mirror is. I could recut that so it all sits neatly around that space, but to be quite honest, am I really that bothered about a tiny bit of light coming through like that? Probably not. And then on this back, and these side van shades pods are absolutely truly blackout. And then for some reason, the way they've made the one at the back, it just isn't truly blackout. It's almost like they've half designed this one at the back. I'm going to be honest and say that, because if you look there, not only is it not blackout, but you can actually see, I don't know if you can see on that side, but you can get the lens in the right place. It's just a bit too bright to see, but you can sort of see out the side of the van. Oh, you can there, look. And obviously somebody standing there would be able to see into the van. So I just don't quite know why they've not put like a side pillar up. I'm going to have to turn the light back on so you can see what I'm doing here. But why they've not put like a little side pillar down the side of each of those, or just cut the concertina blind another couple of inches on either side, because there's loads of room in that panel there for them to have done that. And that would have stopped all of that light coming in. So I just don't quite know why they've done it that way. So those are these. Put some lights back on so we can see what we're doing. those are the blinds that I've got in the van at the moment, and I think they'll do me. I think they do pretty well. It's not that difficult. It takes about 5 minutes to put those on at the front. And if you're going to be staying overnight or at a campsite to put those on anyway, they're going to be on for hours, aren't they? So it's worth just sticking those on. These side pods are really good. They work really well. And they're dead easy to operate and use. If I actually look at what I'm doing, that's it. This particular version that I've got is, I think it's called the Duo or something like that, and this one's got also the little not that you can really see it that well on camera, but the little kind of mosquito net type thing as well, if you want to use that. So those are the blinds that I've got for the van. I just thought I would show you those and how I've got them set up. Thanks for watching. Do take care of yourselves, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.